Onward and upward now. We're going on to 9-1 number 45. So let's see what it says. A Gallup poll conducted May 20th through 22nd, 2005 asked Americans how many books, either hardback or paperback, they read during the previous year. How many subjects are needed to estimate the number of books Americans read the previous year within one book with 95% confidence? Initial survey results indicate that sigma equals 16.6. Okay. This is a sample size question. So what we're going to need is the formula for sample size, which is back several pages. Before I do that, let's go in here and let's type up the information that we know. We know that sigma, see if I could type it right, is equal to 16.6. We know we want the confidence level, that's fine, confidence level to be 0.95. We know we want it to be within, right? Within is error, right? And they want it to be 1, right? When you see the word within, that means, how much give or take. Give or take is your error. So it's kind of sneaky, but it's right in there, within one book. All right, those are the 3 pieces of information we're going to need. Let me go back and find the formula for you. I think it's at the bottom of, yep, I was right. All right, right here. N is equal to Z alpha over 2 sigma over E squared. Cool. All right, well, let's see here. We are going to need Z alpha over 2. We know sigma. We know error. Error is right here. Sigma is right here. We are going to have to find alpha over 2. Well, Z alpha over 2, excuse me. Well, it's the same calculation we've been doing. I know it's a little weird, so I'm going to do it again. You first take 1 minus the confidence level. That's your alpha. Then you take alpha and you divide it in half. Okay? Now, again, there are a lot of ways to do this, but what you need is the critical Z value, right? The Z alpha over 2. That's what you're interested in. That's going to be equal to norm S inverse of 1 minus this guy. What you really want is 0.975, not the 0.025 you want. Because if you do, well, here, let me show you. If you don't do this, you get the negative of the same thing. Okay? Now, if you want to do it that way, that's fine. And then you can just do the next one is the absolute value of that one. That's fine. That's one way to do it. Or you could take a step away. Here, let me insert here. And you could find the left of the right Z value, right? Look, if your left-hand tail, little tail, is 0.025, then your right-hand little tail is 0.025. So then to the left of the right-hand tail is 1 minus this guy right here, right? They got to add up to 1 because they got the whole curve covered between them. That's another way to do it. And then you could do norm S inverse of that value. Right? So there's a lot of ways, like a lot of ways you could do this. All right, one way or another, you still have to come up with this number. This is the critical value right here, this guy, right? Not him. The negative one isn't critical, not for what we're doing here. All right, so then we need N. N is equal to this critical value, the positive one, times sigma, 16.6, divided by the error, which was 1, sneaky, but it was there. Look for the word within, to the 2 power. There you go. Now, unfortunately, we can never have 0.55 of a person, right? This is how many people you've got to go question, right? So we must always, notice, round up, always. So even if this had been like 105.1, you still would round it up to N equals 1059. Bold it. Give it a color. Green looks good. There we go. I'll color that too. Why not? There we go. There's our answer. We are done with 9-1. Thought it would never end. All right, next time I will see you for 9-2.